Okay, in promotion of this album by ALKATRAZ, Doing the Moonlight, produced in Monmouth, Wales, September 1976. Why? Because pretty much 99% of humanity doesn't even know it exists. And it is worth knowing. I am not a person that, does completely rock and roll, completely classic, completely this, completely that. No. I diverse on all forms of music. My ears can hear them. Today, and for the last 10 years, longer, I've listened to modern chill out. Okay? But there are certain pieces from my past that stick out. And namely, this is one of them. Man is another. Captain Beyond is another. And a few others I can't think of at the minute. But I've just been thinking about this and how that is a fact. This particular album, I think it's just got lost, There's probably a lot of you out there that probably know of some piece of music, of a band, maybe just one album, and it gets lost, As far as I know, ALKATRAZ never made any more than this. Welsh band, formed, did this album, and then they went off and did other things. Came from somewhere else, and then did this, and then went on to something else, as far as I know. So what I've done is compiled 4 of the tracks off this album, which I consider, me personally, consider this is the better ones out of the album. I mean, you go and get the album, get it, because it's worth having in your collection, okay? But what happened in those days? All right, 1976. This is like pre-digital. When you made a studio album, it was top-notch classic, and you listened to it, and you went, wow, that's amazing, quality stuff. And then you went to see the band live, pretty much most of the time, and they destroyed it, because they could not reproduce studio album. They couldn't do it. Right? A lot of bands pretty much after that learnt this lesson and started producing stuff which was exactly the same as their studio album. Otherwise, they destroyed them on stage. But this is at the time when this stuff wasn't available to these bands. And so, and also what they used to do in that time is they used to elongate a track to fill up an album. So you get this long, sort of drawn out session, this beat, it fills up an album. Thankfully, that's those days are gone, but that's what they used to do. So some of the tracks on this album are a bit like that, a bit chewy, you know what I mean? They're a bit, but these, pretty much a lot of the music that was produced, I didn't like all of the tracks that were on albums. Okay? And so, you were left with the situation was, well, what should I do? Is I'll tape the ones I like and put it onto a tape, and then I can put the album to one side, and thank you very much, and you can listen to the tape. Now, what you do is you use this computer, the PC, and you go and do an audio edit, take the tracks you like, make up an album, right? Same. You can't say. I can't say that all the people that ever produced that I like every single piece that they do. Right? It is a choice, isn't it? It's an overwhelming choice. Overwhelming choice that we have. This is one particular album, and I'm sure that everyone has their own choice. I think, goodness me, I suppose many people don't ever get to hear that particular. I mean, I've got several, and there's so many. Well, there's several. I can't think at the minute. I'll concentrate on this. Anyway, let's do the album. And you can find these on YouTube, these individual tracks. I've broken it up into track. Let's hear it.
do I care if they run out of highway? I ain't going nowhere. If I do, I'm going my way. And all that we know, and all that we see, and all that we hold, windows out the night, curtains drawn so out of sight. Tell me what goes on in there. Anything you want is out on the street. You just smile at the people you meet. Maybe a fool will follow you around. So what? He's cool still on the ground. Makes me happy. I don't like feeling sad. Living so free. Best times I've ever had. Anything you want is out on the street. You just smile at the people you meet. Maybe a fool will follow you around. So what? He's cool still on the ground. Makes me happy. I don't like feeling sad. Living so free. Best times I've ever had. Makes me happy. I don't like feeling sad. Living so free. Best times I've ever had.
there goes Alcatraz. As I said, they can be found on YouTube. Just go and get them. You know, they're just worth in the collection. Welsh folk, man, just absolutely wonderful. Had some real good times down in Wales, man. When I was younger, right, I lived in, Swindon, okay? We got a direct line from London going through to Cardiff and beyond. And when we was younger, the rugby would be played down in the Cardiff centre there. And for several Saturdays for the season, you could get a train from Swindon for like a couple of quid. You know, it's really cheap. And in those days, the pubs weren't open all day. Okay, they closed down. Everybody was kicked out from 2 o'clock. They had to come back 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So on these particular days, if you went down to Cardiff, because the rugby match was on, pubs were open all day. And it was a great atmosphere. Rugby is so much different, more different than football. Football has got a violent, gang-orientated approach to things, but the rugby, they don't have that. You know, they're real men. You know, they're real men. If you mess with them, they'll mess you up. Okay, not like football thugs who work in gangs. Okay, these are individual guys who will mess you up if you mess with them. Anyway, you would go down to Wales and have an all-day session. Get down there, get the train about 9 o'clock and come back at the last one at night, man. What a session, all day. Real fun time, man. Real experience. High as a kite. Come back. So Wales. Absolutely tremendous place. Please accept this promotion of this album and those who created it. Absolutely wonderful.